days are getting shorter, the nights are getting colder, and that can only mean one thing. It's time to find our Chanukiot, our Hanukkah menorahs, clean out all of last year's wax, purchase a new box of candles, find your matches or your lighters. It's also time for this ancient debate that our rabbis have been arguing about for nearly 2,000 years. How do we light the Hanukkah menorah? What do we do?
There are two rabbinic schools of thought, that of the house of Shammai and the house of Hillel. They argued on how one should light the Chanukiah. The house of Shammai thought that it would be best to start with 8 lights on the first night and then decrease the number of lights each night. The Talmud teaches that Shammai's reasoning is quite logical, in that the number of lights corresponds to the incoming days. We start with 8 lights because there are 8 remaining days, then 7 lights for the 7 remaining days, down to 1 light when we prepare to enter the final day of Hanukkah. On the other hand, Hillel's answer of starting with 1 and increasing the number of candles each day is based on the principle that 1 elevates to a higher level in matters of sanctity and never decreases it. In the end, the house of Hillel wins based on this principle. On Hanukkah, with each night, we increase the amount of light, the amount of holiness into our homes, from the first candle on night 1 to 8 glowing candles on the 8th night. The lighting of the Chanukiah invites us to fill our homes with light, joy, and holiness. Now that we know how many lights to start with, how do we actually light the Chanukiah? On the first night, we start with 2 candles. 1 candle to represent the first night of Hanukkah, and 1 to act as the shamash candle, our helper candle. We use the shamash to light the other candles. It also acts as the candle that we can use as a source of light, which is why we often find the shamash sitting high above the rest of the candles. Let us now see how we place our candles.
We start with the shamash candle, which goes in the middle of the menorah. Usually it's high above the rest of the candles. And then we will place our first candle all the way on the right side of the Chanukiah if we are facing the Chanukiah. So I will place our first candle here.
Once our candles are in place, we light our shamash candle, and Chazan Stein will lead us in the blessings. You can follow along with him with the lyrics shown on the screen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem b'zman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam שהחיינו וקיימנו והגיענו לזמן הזה.
After we finish reciting the 3 blessings on the first night, now it's time to light the candles.
We use the already lit shamash candle to light the candle for the first night.
After our candles are lit, many of us have the tradition of singing Hanukkah songs. One of the staples is Ma'os Tzur. Take it away, Chazan Stein.
Ma'os Tzur Yeshuati לך נאה לשבח, תיכון בתפילתי, ושם תודה נזבח. לעת תכין מטבח, מצר המנבח. אז אגמור בשיר מזמור, חנוכת המזבח. אז אגמור בשיר מזמור, חנוכת המזבח.
So now let's jump and pretend it's the 8th night of Hanukkah. Once again, if we were facing our Chanukiah, we would put our shamash candle in the middle, and then we put the candles in from right to left, just as we read Hebrew from right to left. So again, if I was facing the Chanukiah, I would start here, which would have been the first night, second night, 8th night. Look at all these beautiful candles. And we would begin with the first 2 blessings. We would light our shamash candle, and then we light the candles from left to right. So we start with the 8th night and work our way back down to the first night, and then we have 8, really 9, beautifully lit candles on our Chanukiah. Chanukah Sameach, a very happy Hanukkah from all of us at Temple Aliyah.